after bottle, drinking till I'm slurring. Hold on. I say it's bottle after bottle, drinking till I'm slurring.
Yep. Salute to the subscribers. We back with another episode. It's the Black Man Mood. I got my people with me. I got my great co-host. I'm your host, J-MEEKS. I got my guy, SUEDE with the braids. What's good, my G?
Ain't nothing, dog. Happy to be back. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with y'all?
Chilling, my guy. Got Lynn for the win. What's up, Lynn?
Nothing much.
We back. You know what I'm saying? Like we never left. Episode 5 right here. I got my guy, Mace in the place. Main event Mace. What's good?
Thank you. Main event Mace, you know what I'm saying? In the place. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't saying Mace, let's get to it, man. We back. Main event Mace in the building. Gucci frames on deck. What's up?
We got a lot to get into. Like I said, man, let's get straight into these topics, man. We're going to start off with one of the most popular topics in the world right now. A lot of people talking about it. A lot of people stopped talking about it after the more details came out. So before we get into everything, I'll just play a few videos so we can get a full understanding of some context of what's really going on. But we're going to talk about this brick lady situation. That's what they calling the brick lady. So for y'all that's under a rock about it, a lady allegedly got hit with a brick in her face, and she was put the phone up and was screaming about it on social media and on TikTok especially, saying all these black men sit around and didn't protect her. So, and then it caused a firestorm of women first going crazy on all black men just because this one black man allegedly hit this woman. So if you just click on TikTok and type in whatever her last name is, RHO, and then you could just read and see all of these women just going crazy on us like we beat the girl up, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like every dude, we all ain't shit because this happened. Like that's crazy. So let's get into the videos, man. I just had to give a little bit of backstory real quick.
It just
Laughing at Lynn. Can't be laughing at victims, you feel me?
Definitely not laughing.
All right, just trying to clear it up.
My face with a brick and all these black men just watch and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face.
Notice when she said, I want y'all to be a man, she stopped looking at them and started looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Really playing to that camera.
To anybody in my life to deserve this. I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick. And all these is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and they all just watch. And they let that get in a corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Who is y'all, B?
Yeah, you crying wolf now. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Like, literally spending the whole money, not bothering nobody. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm in the parking lot just trying to buy some food. And, like, I'm literally like, why is he bossing up on me like this? And I'm looking at all these. They literally let this do all of this. They let it, like, really, like, do all of that. I never thought it was going to happen, yo. Like, it's so wild. When he's going to get away with it, he got in the car. He got away. He never gonna get caught.
How you know he gonna get away with it?
He ain't gonna get caught. You're right. He ain't gonna get caught.
Good time. Do you feel good about yourself doing this to a woman? For what? Like, all this violence against black women is not okay. Like, what do I do to deserve this? Like, What is my defense against this? It's been 12 hours. I'm in the hospital. I'm getting discharged. I do have a concussion, so I gotta take it slow for a week. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of job that's gonna give me that kind of grace. So, I still gotta there. I still gotta teach. I still gotta work. I just want the best for everybody, and I don't know why people want to kill me. I can't even chew. The next week. I had a vacation that I paid 6 months ago for my birthday. I'm so afraid, I'm so afraid. Why do people want to hurt me so bad?
Yeah.
Who is people?
Right.
The ones in the head.
I really love my community, and just to know that people hate me to this level.
I'm just saying real quick before I play anything else, bro, we don't, just keep it quick because we can't get too far. We got to keep this going real quick. But before we go any further, though, just watching that back now after knowing the further details, she's contradicting herself just by those statements she's saying. She's saying people when it was one person that hit you. And she said, is this what y'all do to women? And one person that hit you, allegedly. So let's continue, but that's crazy that she was saying people when she said it was one person. But it's tough. And her saying he's never gonna get caught is crazy. That sounds like you made up a story and there's nobody gonna get caught.
Right.
But let me continue real quick. We're almost done. Yo, stop laughing, man. Yo, man, we might have to edit this out. Nah, listen. I'm not editing it out because deadass, y'all just know what is real. That's how you. That's why I'm trying to keep a straight face because it's fake though. And the crazy part is, she don't even have a scar. If you got hit with a brick, there's no way you're not leaking blood out the side.
Yeah, there's gonna be a cut. Yeah,
I got my eyelids stitched up from headbutts in basketball, elbow in basketball, and you trying to tell me a brick ain't gonna fucking bust your head wide open, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why it was funny. It was weird to me at first. When I first watched it, I felt bad for her because I thought it was true. But then as it kept going on, I'm like, hold on, but why is there no blood leaking off the side or no huge scar? And she has an infection type of scar because I actually had a infection when I broke my finger. And the joint, if you've had an infection before, it's got to find its way out your body. So it opened up in an incision. That's what it looks like she has on the side of her face, an opened up incision that antibiotics might have caused an infection to try to push out of. But it's not a brick scar on the side of her face. So that sounded fishy off top.
That's from them cheek injections.
Yeah, exactly.
My holiday week. The woman in question came out with this fake stage video here, doing all this huffing and gasping.
Face, I want to give her my number. And all y'all just watch. What do you want me to?
And she's
acting
smiling
like somebody did her something when no one touched her at all. She literally already had her face like that, wore a mask, and then took it off right before filming this video. And later on, we'll get into the account from the nurse who claimed that she put that stuff in her own face and had it drained at a clinic. But she snatched the mask off and then ran over in front of some guys, acting like somebody did something to her. Immediately, the men who are supposed to be Somali men are just standing around like, what do you want me to do? That's because she ran from across the street, putting on this whole victim show. It was unbelievable, but unbelievably, all these people believed her.
That's
right.
Use your common sense.
Right.
Yeah, this man hit me. He grabbed a rock and it hit me in my face. I want to give him my number. And all y'all just watch.
Hey, and real quick, notice that she has to tell everybody what happened. Don't you think somebody would have saw it if she got bust upside the head? You got to tell everybody this. That's crazy, big.
I mean, she knew exactly what to say, how to say it, and how to act in order to get the Black misandrous, feminists, and simps activated on social media.
That part.
Instead of throwing money at this apparent liar.
Oh, yeah. And she up to 50K right now of y'all Black women money. I just want y'all to know that. Black women money has been ran up on GoFundMe to up to 50K and rising. And y'all proud about it because she still ain't showed her face after all this time. She won't come out. And they saying, well, how do you know? Y'all are victim blaming because how do you know that her face ain't still? She probably can't talk. She got hit with a brick. Yo, she was just smirking and smiling and talking all of the whole time right after the brick hit her. You don't think she was in pain then? But
Right.
no, it's because it's cap. But that's why she's ghost, because she's spending y'all 50K right now buying up bullshit with it. But congratulations, y'all funded a goddamn scammer.
Scammy Tammy.
Got money for therapy because obviously you have some issues that you haven't worked out yet.
This part.
This is why when you see any so-called Black female victim, you immediately want to gravitate towards her for some quote justice. No matter if she's not making any sense and can't provide you with any proof to substantiate her claims, you just believe her because believing her satisfies the little victim within you. Maybe you going through something at some point and could have been a real victim and nobody around you did anything about it. Whether it was your mama who allowed it or other family who allowed it. Y'all got people who made you a victim and nobody did anything about it. And then even now with yourself, you did nothing to heal yourself besides jump on social media. So instead of holding the people accountable for personally doing something to you, y'all wait for the latest news story, the latest Robert Kills, the latest DV accusation, the latest Black man y'all can find or situation, like somehow that's going to fix your situation. Go get therapy, go to the law, whatever you need to do. But your broken is allowing you to continue into this victim role and get you scammed by brick ladies.
Not brick
Y'all
ladies.
been sitting up here arguing back and forth about protecting Black women all over a lie from some Somali woman who played y'all like Lizzo's flute. Led y'all down this path of sabotage where you continue to be vulnerable.
Damn, you should let her keep cooking, man. Who cut that video off?
I know.
That's tough. All right, we got to get into all the details.
Anybody in my life to
Then we can get into it.
go to here to remind you that.
Let me play that back.
Somebody done to anybody in my life to deserve this. Rhoda here to remind you that every time you lie to somebody, you're taking away their choice. You're taking away the ability for them to make a decision that's good for themselves. And that's why I always lie to the people of the global minority and men.
My God, how did that get in there? Now, to understand why I feel like this woman is full of shit, June 2020. Thanks in advance to all. I really hope you can take the time to read my cause/project. She was asking for $2,000 and made it just roughly over half. Fast forward a few months later in 2020.
Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me.
Her friend made her a GoFundMe. Here she garnered almost $5,000. Now, just a short 2 years later, she's back on social media, subtly-ish, not so subtly, asking for money. I got attacked and maced by men, fell down an escalator, injured my back, my toenail popped off, my tooth was chipped, my bank account was hacked, my friend of 12 years betrayed me, precious items were stolen during a move, diagnosed with pre-diabetes, irritable bowel syndrome flared up, it's my son's birthday this weekend, I have exams the following weekend, I'm still settling into a place and I have no funding for the entire summer. March of this year, here she is recounting how she was victimized some more. Here she is blasting a white woman for apparently committing violence against her. Now we fast forward to now.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick and all these Black men just watch and they don't get.
Her friend made another GoFundMe. She garnered almost $50,000. And these guys actually took a video giving their own story.
Like coming from the gas station. We just came from the gas station, right? And she was talking about she got hit with the brick, you know what I mean?
And then we was asking.
So we just like, what just happened, bro? Who just hit you with a brick? She talking about a guy in a suit.
The best friend claims that she's known Rhoda for 13 years. She got an entirely different story.
What did she say happened that night and what actually happened that night?
She basically said she was beat up by 4 Black security guards. Okay. And she ended up getting dragged by Black females.
One lady involved actually spoke to the manager of the club that she was at.
Place never ever happened. I was there all day, all time. Never. And I'm pretty sure the security was outside all the time. Nothing like that.
The security was outside.
But I know a lot of you who are familiar with the case are about to reference this fucking asshole.
Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch.
How come he switched up his story here?
Protect her, but nobody ever questioned her whatsoever.
Like, this whole situation, it wasn't even about a number. You gotta realize it was late at night. Everybody's drinking, having fun. Like I said, like she likes playing pranks on people, trying to get a rise out of them.
His ex-girlfriend came out with literal fucking receipts to prove that he wasn't there. This guy not only lives in a completely different city, but the night this video was posted online, he was 6 miles away from his ex-girlfriend. There is a nurse that has come forward that claims that she was at the clinic that this woman was at the night that she, filmed this video.
I've done to anybody in my life to deserve this.
Alright, well, a nurse who was apparently there at that clinic says she asked to have saline removed from her cheek. I'm not buying this. I don't think that this is the actual nurse. Have any of you heard of HIPAA? Anybody who works in healthcare, mental health field, they are sworn to confidentiality and you cannot break that. One of the people who was originally investigating all of this actually called the police department and this is what they said.
I mean, shouldn't we be looking for an assailant? Is he black? Is he white? Is he tall? Is he skinny? That should be something you're releasing to the public to warn other women. With all those people out there in Houston, are you telling me that you guys haven't received any calls about someone being assaulted? Can't you tell me that much?
No, ma'am. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about that. I don't have social media.
If this happened in public and a bunch of people called you guys, you would be able to tell me that, yes, we received a lot of calls about the incident. It's being investigated. You would be able to tell me that much, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if she made a report, then yeah, it would be investigated.
She got beat up by a group of girls, and instead of claiming them as the perpetrator, she lied and said that a man did it.
Yeah, she was trying to fight with another girl right there.
She ended up getting dragged by black females.
I don't want to believe that that's the case. Here's what I actually think happened. You'll notice in this video from over a year ago, take a look at the definitions, the shapes of it, XYZ. Now take a look to this video that was filmed before she got hit in the face with a brick, but after the video in which I just showed you screenshots from. Did her cheeks change definition? In this video, her one cheek looks the exact same as her cheek where she said that she got assaulted back in 2020 and garnered nearly $5,000 for this. I believe that this woman knew that she was going to be out filming that night, went, got her cheeks filled, which would explain why here in this video of her bitch slapping a man, her cheeks look plump, but they're not swollen. That night on her Instagram story, she posted a video in which she was wearing a ski mask. I believe that she went into a hot, sweaty club, drank a bunch of alcohol, started to get a bad reaction. I don't know where she got this ski mask from, but she put it on to cover her face and then went outside to stage an incident. It's actually very ill-advised to drink alcohol shortly after getting injections. The reason for this is because, this is what it looks like. Think about it. After she posted that video and it gained traction, she took down her TikTok. Interestingly enough, I just checked back this morning after I recorded that and she's unprivatized her Instagram. However, she's removed all posts relating to this incident. Garnered $50,000 almost in the span of 6 days, has given absolutely no updates. I think that this woman has a history of attempting insurance fraud. I think she would have attempted to have sued the club if it weren't for the fact that her video blew up online. And she garnered all of these donations.
Y'all telling us that if you are not related to us, if you are not dating us, if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us, if you don't find us attractive, if you don't find us polite enough, kind enough, quiet enough, that our lives are not worth protecting, is that what you're telling us? Is that the precedent you're setting?
Yes. The same way women will say, you're not my family. You're not someone I'm romantically involved with. You're not tall enough, handsome enough, rich enough, smart enough. I don't owe you a smile. I don't owe you words of encouragement. I don't owe you respect. I don't owe you any kind of gratitude. Men will hold the doors open for women and they won't even say thank you because I don't know you. The same way when you see a man down on his luck, you judge and laugh instead of offering him words of encouragement, speaking life into him. Why should I do that? That's a stranger. things that don't cost you anything, you will not give to a man that you don't know, you don't want. But y'all expect these men who don't know you, don't owe you anything, and they have their own families at home that they need to get back to. Y'all expect those men to lay their life on the line for you when y'all can't even give them a hi, smile, or a thank you. Oh, okay. So
She said 1,000 words right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. SUEDE, get your thoughts off first on this joint, my G. Tell me how you feel about the brick situation, man.
I think she's got a pattern, and then she's sticking to it. And then she's scamming. Then she's scamming at an all-time high, and she's getting away with it. And I just don't understand, you know, the people that are supporting it. I don't get it. But you know, obviously she's putting on. I don't believe that. You know, I think it is the reaction to the cheek injections or whatever it is that she's going through. And she just used it as a way to come up. You know, it's bullshit, but she found a way to scam the people and come up. So, you know, hey.
She got 50K off y'all.
50K, that's crazy.
How you feel, Lynn? It's a lot, man.
I mean, yeah, hindsight is 2020. I mean, yeah, I'll admit that I am one of the women who sympathize with her. As a Black woman, I'm always going to sympathize with another Black woman when it comes to violence against us, because I do think that it's a bigger conversation that needs to be had. Now, do I agree with her after all the facts have come out? No, because like SUEDE indicated, she has a pattern. But I still think that there's a bigger conversation to be had. So, you know, when we move on to the next topic, I'm in there.
Yeah, it is a bigger conversation to be had. But I do think that, because I was sympathetic and empathetic just like you are. But I do think that one thing we all learn from this is you got to wait for some more facts to come out before you just believe in anything that happens on the internet, especially when somebody holding the phone in front of their face crying about something. And then as soon as somebody called the police department to see if there was a police report, we found out that it was some bullshit because there was zero police report. So now it makes sense when she's saying the guy's not gonna get caught. He gonna get away with it. He gonna get away. If somebody hits you with a brick in front of mad people, you should not assume that they're gonna get away with it.
Right.
In the middle of Houston, bro. Like, so I disagree with her whole that you could just tell it was fake. Once there was no police report, it's like, no, it's nothing else to talk about here. So my empathy and my sympathy was out the window at that point. But same, like, we'll get into the black woman protection conversation, but I will stay on that for now, though. Like the lady said, my first instinct, man, I'm a protector. So my first instinct, if I see any woman, Black, white, or Hispanic, if she's getting hit by a man, I would do something to help. You know what I'm saying? And like, I would probably try to diffuse the situation and all that stuff. But I also am a growing man and a wise man, and I'm married with kids. So I think a lot differently than I did 10 years ago when I was 20 years old type shit. And then I would be just protecting off instinct and putting myself at risk off instinct, just like I will hold the door for anybody. And women, I hold the door for women all the time, and they don't say thank you a lot of the time, and it's definitely weird and rude. But I'm saying my natural instinct is to protect. But I've had this conversation with my wife. She feel like she would feel like how that lady said, you need to get home to your family. You know what I'm saying? One of my wife's friends was in some shit before, and she was like, telling the dude, like, I'm gonna call Jimmy on you, like XYZ. My wife, like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going over there for her. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't want me to be in certain situations and not coming home to my kids because I'm trying to save the world and protect the world. So I do agree that Black women all need protection, but this is why this anti-man, I don't need a man shit it's contradictory and it's an oxymoron to say a woman don't need a man, because now y'all calling for men to protect you when you need protection from some guy who's attacking you, which you should have. You should have an uncle, and it don't got to be a man that's related to you, but yes, a man. You should have a man in your life that you have respect for enough that he would come to your aid. But my thing is about this whole situation is, if you don't respect me, why would I protect you though? Now I would protect anybody, even if it was a dude being jumped for no reason. I would be like try to pull to somebody off of him or break it up or something like that. If somebody just getting mauled for no reason. But you also there's a point. There's 8 billion people on the earth. So at one point you gotta realize I gotta mind at some point, when do you mind your business and when do you step in? So with me, I'm getting home to my family, bro. So, and what them dudes said that they did was they called the police for her when she said that all these black men still didn't do nothing. Y'all got the police if in case you don't have a man to protect you. But for all the women that's bragging about not having a man and not needing a man, you should not be the one saying, where's the protection? Where's the protection? Because every man that has a woman in their life that they love or care about, or even just know on a good level. Me and Lynn haven't known each other that long. Let somebody try laying in front of me, nigga. It's on. Like, I don't play about nobody who I fucks with. So that's all I'm saying is black women have protection, but you cannot be anti-male and expect male protection. That's all I got to say, bro. How you feel?
Big facts. Big facts.
I never believed her. I'm gonna be honest with you. Never once did I believe her, and you can ask Lynn. I never believed her. Didn't make any sense. And the first thing I will say, and I'll admit this, I was never on her side from the get, because I will say the Captain gentleman who said, I was there, you're a clout chaser, you should jump off of a building immediately. That's what you deserve, because you helped this narrative by just looking for your 15 minutes of fame. And I hope your last 5 minutes of fame turn into you being shamed off this world, you fucking coward. Excuse my language. Because anybody who feeds into a real social issue for 15 minutes of fame doesn't deserve any more of anything than they ass whoops. That's a fact to me. So yeah, Kiesel. Now, with her, I'm a bit different than most gentlemen that sit upon this panel. And what I mean by that is, I'm not going to jump into situations because I'm a person who doesn't jump until I know facts. If I see somebody getting their ass whooped, and if I'm walking by randomly and see somebody getting their ass whooped, I might slow it up like, whoa, hold on, it's 2 niggas on one, what's popping off? But I'm never going to jump into a situation because I'm going to tell you a true story. I saw 2 black men beating the madness out of a white dude. Poindexter looking white dude, beating his ass, like no cap. And I jumped like, yo, like trying to help the white dude. And you know what they said to me?
You called him a nigger.
He called us a fucking nigger.
See, how'd I know?
So at that point, so let's be clear. So if I jumped in to protect this white dude who was getting his asshole and I got knocked the fuck out and we sitting down after we both got our asshole, yo, what happened? Those fucking niggers. God, you mean to tell me I just got my asshole because you was a rape? See, that's why you don't jump into situations before you know what's going on.
Hey, real quick, not to cut you off. Let me add to your point real quick, please. I meant to mention this in the TikTok comments on a female on the road situation. One of the dudes said, I tried to protect a woman that was getting beat up by her dude, by her boyfriend. And when I squared up with the dude, she called the police on me.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, continue.
Damn.
Okay. So and I'm not saying that to say that, but to say don't help anyone. But for everybody just jumping up to any situation, seeing something, oh no, I got to get involved in this. Hold on, slow down. Let's ask questions here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the situation? Like,
what's going on?
People are rude in society. There are some evil people in society, but it's rare that you would just walk down the street and see somebody getting beat up by 4 people and be like, he did nothing wrong. He was just minding his own business, and 4 dudes just beat him up because he was walking. It's rare you hear something like that. So with her situation, I didn't immediately jump into it, and Lynn can attest to this. When she was like, yeah, and the dude was like, I was there, she was beating up and slapping some man, bye, and he hit all that bullshit he said. I said it. That does not justify her getting hit in the face with a brick. However, I am also a person that believes you do not start a situation with somebody and expect their retaliation to be equal to what you think. If you spit on somebody, you can't tell someone shooting them in the face is too far. You can't tell someone how to react to how they feel. So, hypothetically speaking, if dude hit with a brick, but she spit in his face, that was his reaction. Don't put yourself in situations that you are not ready for a reaction. From the video I saw, she slapped somebody in the face. So if she got punched in the face, that means she's ready for that reaction. If not, then keep your hands to yourself. Now, the next topic we'll get into. But at that point, I would not have. And like you said, she was in there. They did nothing. They were like, wait, what are you talking? I don't even know you. Like, what do you mean I did nothing? You just showed up here screaming.
Right.
Like, so that's a bad look. So yeah, that has nothing to do with the hashtag Believe All Women. This is a specific situation with people, like you said, Meeks, knowing the difference between when to mind your business and when to step in. Because you could have stepped in and be like, yo, what's going on? But not just jump in and start beating on somebody you don't know, just to find out they stole from somebody's grandmama who was coming out of church 2 minutes ago. You jumped in and saved and find out, oh, that nigga just robbed their grandma for her rent money. I beat his ass too. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
And
all
when she was screaming about getting hit and there's no blood leaking, I was like, bro, how though? You know what I'm saying? So it don't make sense. People got hit way less than that, and they gonna leak blood, bro. It's not hard to make your skin pierce, bro.
Yeah.
So I just think it was crazy. So how you feel about the how you feel about Black women being protected, Lynn? Before you get into the whole thing, I just want you to answer this specifically. You don't have to do it now, but whenever. What do you expect? What are the lines of a man that has a family and he sees somebody in danger? I know you would expect a man to protect in those situations, but how often are we supposed to do that?
I mean, I think that depends on the individual and their moral compass and what they are comfortable doing. So let me ask you this. So as people, with the whole incident that happened on the boat, we were praised, all the Black people who jumped in to help a Black man in a situation. We were praising him, making jokes, memes about the folding chair, making t-shirts, but how was that directly anyone's business? Was anyone in that situation worried about getting home? Was the conversation, well, he shouldn't have jumped in, they shouldn't have jumped in because they should have been worried about getting home to their families? But it's funny when we're talking about a situation with Black women, well, we got to get home to our families. They should have another Black man to protect them. Well, where was that same energy when everybody else jumped into that situation? Were they worried about getting home then? Were you worried about it then? I think that is the problem for me, because we pick and choose when it's okay for us to assert ourselves. But when it comes to Black women, I feel like it's if it's not someone that you value or that you possess, that there's not always an importance. And that is my issue.
Lynn, before you go, Mace,
Yeah.
if that situation was a one Black man getting his ass whooped by 3 or 4 white people at the same time. Now, if that was a Black woman, them niggas would have dove off that boat faster than that. So it would have intervened faster than that. So I can't get with that. Black women would have got chose differently in that situation. Niggas would have stood up for, well, this bitch is lying. That's why she didn't get stood up for, because it already happened. But if we saw any video of a woman, period, getting jumped on by several people of any race, there's going to be and it's a whole boat full of Black people, you damn right. It'd probably be somebody dead right there. So I can't get with that.
Do you know how many women have been killed in public settings for rejecting a man and no one did anything? Like, this is not like
I have heard about that. That shit.
Yeah, men have been killed in public settings protecting women too. So like, what are we talking about?
But what I'm saying is that we're not going to sit here and act like this is some made up scenario. Like, it's happening. So yeah, although we should hold women like her accountable for scamming and making lies, because this is a real situation, but we can't sit here and ignore the fact that this is actually happening. And there are groups of men who are standing around and they take their approach, well, that's not my business, that's that nigga and that bitch's business. That is the approach. And there are women who are actually dying. I'm saying, like, we're not going to turn and act like it's not happening, because it is.
Okay, I don't deny any of that, and obviously that stuff needs to be addressed if that's what's really happening. But I live in Atlanta, one of the blackest places in the world, and I've never seen a woman getting done nothing to in public. Period. So I hear about the statistics, so I know they happen. So I'm not denying that. So yes, it needs to be addressed, but this situation is totally different from that. And yes, there should be, but that's what's wrong with black people. We don't have leadership. We don't have real values, real morals as a people, as a culture that would have us in a situation where we have all been trained to go in those situations. That's why we had the Black Panthers and shit like that, because situations like when people are taking advantage of our people, whether it's the police, whether it's man versus woman, or when our people being taken advantage of, we were standing up for that. And now we don't have that anymore. We have a bunch of niggas who don't know who they should protect, and they think they should just protect who they love, because that's the end of the day, that's what the fuck they think they should do. But if that black man if it was a one-on-one fight, or if it was 2-on-1, he probably wouldn't have got no help. Because remember, they were screaming, help that black man on the Alabama situation, because they was taking a little long to help that dude. They should have been helped, like we said on the show before. We would have jumped in way quicker than that. So, but ain't no way I'm letting a black woman let nothing happen to her right in front of me. I'm not doing nothing. Me and my wife had to get into it about me helping something happen right in front of me. But at the end of the day, if she's telling me to come home and you better call the police or something, to help her, or do something to help, what I'm saying? If she tells me to call the police and do something other than step in, I'm gonna respect what my wife's saying, because yes, I want to go home to my family, bro. So whether it's a male or a female, I'm not about to help no black dude either. But go ahead.
I have a question. If your wife respectfully was in a public place and something was happening to her, and you weren't available because it's a real situation happening in real time, and there were men standing around, and God forbid something catastrophic happened to her, how would you feel that there were men standing there, but their mindset was, well, I mean, I don't know her situation. She might got a husband at home. That's not my business, and it's something that could have been prevented. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm gonna be dead honest with you. Let me answer your question real quick.
You're not like a man's not everywhere with his wife or significant other at all times.
And guess what? Every time my wife is gone, I talk to her the whole time she's out. I'm talking to her every 45 minutes, texting or whatever, just make sure she's good in case she's in a situation like that. Because unlike other dudes, I don't expect no nigga to do nothing for my wife in that situation. I expect her to. That's why me and her have those conversations when she's out. This is how you need to move in case certain shit happens, so that she don't have to be looking for no nigga for protection. My wife knows if a nigga standing with a brick in your face talking shit, you should get the fuck out of there. You shouldn't keep standing there talking shit to the nigga. That's what the so-called brick lady, if she was telling the truth, is that's where she went wrong at. If a nigga is talking shit to you, like she's saying, screaming at you with a brick, and all these black men just stood there, you want somebody to be a superhero while you won't stop talking shit to a nigga who has a brick in your face. Now, we have this thing called common sense, and whether we black, white, or male or female, everybody needs to activate that in times where it could be a potential danger. And my wife, I'm telling you right now, if she's even in a situation where there's something weird happening, she would text me or call me right then and be like, hey, this is happening. And I would be like, all right, go start walking to the car right now. I'm on the way. And then that's it. I'm not expecting no nigga, and I'm not beefing with no nigga for not doing shit, because they got a family and they might not want it to step in, just like Mace said. But go ahead. How you feel, Mace?
Yeah, so you made a good point, and that's what I think is being overshadowed here with Lynn. I understand your comparison, Lynn, but here's the problem with what you're saying. You said it best. We watched this black man getting jumped and beat up by 4 or 5 people. We didn't see this black woman get beat up by shit. She just showed up. No. She just showed up pointing at her face. That's all. That's all she did.
With no blood.
Am I wrong or am I right?
Play no blood.
Wait, real quick.
Show up and point at her face and say, look at these niggas. But we watched a black man on camera getting beat up by 4 or 5 people. So you can't compare those two situations at all.
Correct. And you're right. Wait, because let's make it real clear here. We talked about that incident and we said that we were going to move on, but I find it real funny and ironic that every time you guys speak, You keep referring back to this singular Black woman that we've already established is a scammer. So are we having the conversation that relates to her? Or
let's bring up another situation then.
Carly Russell. Bring up Carly Russell. Why not that? Another black woman who made up a story about something happening to her. Just
now bring up a real situation.
So are we not going to talk about Nova Henry? We're not going to talk about Cassandra Perkins. We're not going to talk about Nasuka Spears. We're not going to talk about Mary Spears. We're not going to talk about Jessica Hampton.
Just pick one and tell me specifically what happened.
These are all women who rejected men from 2020 to present who were killed for simply rejecting a man. So we're not going to sit here and act like this is not happening. When I'm bringing up,
no, we talk about what's the response to it though. What happened when it happened?
There is no response. They're in public settings. They reject the man. The man's ego cannot handle it, and they're literally being killed or violated, sexually assaulted, killed. You name it, it's happening. But I find it funny that I'm sitting on a panel with men who are saying, okay, we've established that she's a scammer. And then I say, let's talk about the bigger issue. But every time we're talking about the bigger issue, you want to relate it back to the scenario that supports your point that you don't have to protect women. That is the problem.
We can move on off a road.
You're right. So let's get this one specific person. We'll just make it clear. We'll make it a bigger issue and not this one specific person. Let's do that. So with that being said, this is why you shouldn't be on a panel with four men arguing about protect all women, because when you guys do have a chance to do shit like that, we get to point at the bitches like the one who just left and say, well, we shouldn't #believe all women, because they're the ones that make it hard for people who are like them to stand in their tracks and be believed, because they want to scam, lie, clout. And here's the funny thing, since we're talking about what's funny, let's talk about how funny the first thing she did was point at a fucking black man for not helping. Oh, we don't want to talk about that though. She didn't go, these men to help me. She said, look at these black men, which was all black women do. They didn't say these men. They want to point out black men first because they want to be protected by black men, but they always want to point out black men don't do shit for them. So if we're going to be honest about that, let's be clear.
I hear you.
I hear you.
And ironically, she doesn't like black men too. Ironically, she doesn't like us.
I have a legit question.
No, not just her. With any black woman, they love.
I have a question.
Black men ain't shit. Black men ain't gonna do shit. But now when a black man doesn't do shit, you go, how come you ain't do shit? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, which one is it though?
Like saying you don't want help, but want help, and then we don't help.
I have a question for you.
Let her ask.
Okay, well, I have a question. So
that nigga talking.
It's not okay, because I hear what you're saying, and I've said on this platform that I don't agree with the whole black men ain't shit narrative, that all black men fall into the same category.
Facts.
Have I not? It's just a yes or no.
That's facts.
Exactly. So here's my issue with what you're saying, because what you're saying is that you just basically grouped all black women saying we want protection, but y'all say niggas ain't shit. Y'all say black men ain't this. I don't say that.
So we gotta stop there's no grouping going on here. We gotta don't group anybody. That's what I'm saying, mate. I'm talking to Mace. Like, don't group nobody. We're talking in general.
You know why
we're talking about minorities and majorities. If it ain't the minority,
you know why I can?
To make it clear.
But I can for this reason. Because Lynn is saying that, but you just made a comment about black men not protecting black women and give us 4 different black women who were fucked up.
Which is minority. That's the minority.
Yes, you did. You grouped us. Don't
hold on real quick,
don't try to ungroup us now. You did that.
Lynn, listen, if we're going to talk about grouping people, then we cannot speak to the minority like it's everything that's happening, because that's what we're doing when we're talking about black women not being protected. Yes, it is a lot of cases happening, but versus how many black women there actually are, I don't know how much, what the percentage is on that. So I'm just saying, if we're going to speak to the majority and the minority, we have to make it clear. So that's all I'm saying. Like, we're never saying all. It's never all. Some, not all. Like, simple as that.
Right.
And yes, Lynn have said on here she's not one of them. But he wasn't saying it like it was you though. He was saying black women in general say this about black men, and you know it's a debate whether that's in general or not. But how you feel, Sway? You got any more thoughts, my G?
Man, no, I'm just enjoying the dialogue right now. You know, Macy, I really agree with everything that you said, man. I mean, and like I said, I'm enjoying the dialogue. Lynn, you ain't said nothing wrong. But I'm just here for the ride right now, baby.
Lynn, I'm not saying that. I just feel like it's just like a strange line because we say that Black women aren't. Do you feel like Black women in general aren't protected? That's what I want to know.
Yes, I feel like there is a high percentage, not all men,
Okay.
and I'm not saying Black men, I'm saying there is a high percentage within the male species that if you don't possess a woman or you don't have some close connection to her, that there is no innate urge to protect a woman in general. That is just how I feel.
That's why I asked you, at what point do we decide to protect over deciding to go home to our family? That's where you got to let me know something, that because we can't protect, we don't know who to protect at the end of the day. And I'm not about to just put myself at risk for every single woman that's in danger or male. I really ain't finna protect myself.
Okay,
when a dude is getting his ass whooped, we all just be walking by like, damn, cuz getting his ass whooped. Niggas be pulling out cameras and all type of shit. I don't see that happening to Black women, not on camera. But I know it happens. But I'm just saying, if we speak it to the minority, then we can't be acting like that's a majority either. But we can slide on this, yo. The tension is thick in here, my G.
Real thick.
But hey, man, conversations got to be had, bro.
The truth will do that.
Yeah.
The conversations got to be had.
Huh?
Who, depending on whose truth?
The truth.
The truth.
Truth don't belong to nobody. It's the truth.
Belong to me in this case. No.
Truth don't belong to nobody. All right, let's get on to the next topic, B. I feel like we still got more to say on that. I feel like it ain't over yet, man.
That's a never dying topic. That's a never dying
ever.
Topic.
Yeah, for real.
Ever.
You don't want, bro. What you want?
I can't get off of this, bro. I gotta say that.
We can do this.
Listen, I gotta say this, yo.
You're not. It's not. Listen, you are the wrong person to talk about this because you're going to wear the Black woman cape on the no matter what. Because when she got hit with that break, you said it out of your own mouth. I'll jump right to her defense too, because that's what y'all do. The moment one of your sisters says something, it's believe her immediately. Then when her ass gets drugged to the mud, y'all go, well, wait, no, okay, then you'll go, never mind that situation. What about the other one? No, nigga, it's only the other one because you failed this one. Stop playing with me.
Okay, so let me rebuttal. You gonna let me rebuttal?
Go ahead,
because
Lynn.
it's your first. Let me know. Let me know when you finish. You done?
Go ahead.
Because the first thing you said was, as soon as I saw her, I didn't believe her. But I do believe your co-host stated that you should have all the facts before you make a determination. So it's okay to make the determination on all the facts that it didn't happen. But we're wrong for putting on a case for assuming that it did happen. So, I mean, draw the line somewhere because you can't have it both ways. Your co-host just said, and you co-signed that you should have all the information before you can say that this really happened or this person's the victim. But you made a determination based off of what you saw or perceived before all the facts came out. So draw the line somewhere because you're saying Black women should now because you're saying Black women shouldn't put on the cape before we have all the facts. Well, men shouldn't make the assumption that it didn't happen, that she wasn't a victim before having all the facts.
Lynn,
it goes
real
both
quick,
ways.
Before Mace go real quick, I agree that you should put on the cape. We should all put on the cape if somebody is accusing somebody of whooping their ass. But before you fly off, just make sure that there's some facts. We should have the cape on, but don't fly yet in her defense until we know. Because the only reason I didn't take off flying is because I've seen niggas get hit with fucking objects and metal and shit before, and brass knuckles and bats.
It didn't look like that.
And you not be busted open wherever you got hit at. And right after she's screaming about it, like with the energy from her chest, like with the adrenaline, like it just happened. So you try to tell me there's no leak on the side. So if to Mace's defense only a little bit, I'm saying if Mace jumped to that conclusion because he ain't seen no blood, then I understand it. But even to your point though, Lynn, neither side should you jump and run off with the cape flying nowhere until you figure out what's really going on. Because I didn't jump with no cape off saying that she was lying, because she does have a big ass rock on the side of her fucking face the size of a damn softball. So she looked like she got hit by something. And I didn't think like she might be getting face shots. And then here goes the information. And like I said, when you see, once there's no police report about somebody screaming about their head getting busted, they don't need to be taken serious anyway. It's just like if your sister getting beat up by her nigga, and then she needs you go beat the nigga up, and then she go be back with him next week. So if there's no police report, then she didn't really care about her getting busted upside the head, is what I'm saying. So go ahead, Mace. How you gonna rebuttal what Lynn said though?
No. I mean, you kind of hit on the head right there for me. Like I see what she's saying about the whole. Well, you can't draw the conclusion from not hearing all the facts. Touche. But I can draw a conclusion of my own to the facts that are given to me before I go any further. So whether I believe her or not, that has nothing to do with me flying off and excoriating the shit. Because I did not believe her, but I did not jump up and go, this bitch is lying. I didn't say that. I just said, I don't believe her. This don't sound right. But the difference is you guys go, oh, we believe her. No, and then you fly the fuck off. All I said was,
who's we? Who's we?
Well, you admitted that you did.
No.
Run the tape back. You said that. Did she not say that to me? Did she not say that?
I can't be a we, so who's we?
You.
Who's we?
You.
Did she run off? Did she run off and say and with the story like she would really hit? Is that what you're saying?
Run the tape back. You said you were one of the females that jumped up and did that. Yes, you did.
She said she put on the cape. She said she put on the cape. She said she put on the cape and she and just because she thought it was happening. She thought it happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You followed the trend that the rest of them followed. You saw this girl go on camera and go, look at my
She
face.
didn't bash black. I don't know if you bashed black men
Superman.
like the rest of them did, though. The rest of them was going out calling us ain't shit niggas, and this is why black men ain't shit.
She did that. She did that too.
I wasn't there for y'all.
That's a damn lie.
Off camera.
That's on bro.
That
Don't
is
play.
a
Yes,
damn
you did.
lie.
Yes, you did. You did that shit. You said, because that dude who jumped on camera, that said get clout. Yes, you did. You said, so it doesn't matter. No, I'll bring the conversation.
We can just do it. When you're done, let me speak. You done?
No.
Because exactly what I said was they're lending to her point. Her argument was that the argument is that no black men helped her. And my argument was, well, they kind of proved her point in that instance before the stories came out about her lying or being a scammer, her talking ill about black men. I said,
that's true.
Given the situation, just based off what we see off surface value, if what she was saying was true, her being there surrounded by black men, what we're all presented in the beginning, I said it would lend to her point. I didn't say that black men weren't shit. What I said was everyone's using their rebuttal. Well, after we found her social media, she's bashing black men. I said, but had that not come to the surface and had she just been a general black woman who didn't have that view, it would lend to her point that black men didn't protect her in that instance because she was surrounded by a group of black men with a swollen face. That is what I said. I did not bash black men. I said it's lending to her specific point, given as face value the information that we had at the beginning is what I said. So if you're going to quote me right.
No, I got you. So let me ask you a question. When this first came out, real rap, let's be here, 5 hands on the Bible. When that came out and that video, that dude was talking about that, and I said, I probably wouldn't have jumped in either because if she was out here slapping dudes and shit like that, she deserved to get hit with a brick. You did not say out of your mouth, oh, see, that's why niggas ain't shit, because that meant you didn't say that?
I've never said you a cat right now, bruh.
Bro, you full of shit, bro. You are
the.
Bro, I'm on my main event, Mace shit. I'm not doing
Hey,
this.
before you go any further though, Mace, I disagree with you on that.
On what?
First of all, I have to add this context because all of the feminist girls is going to kill us for this part. Is their excuse is that was a skit. Those were all skits and that they were planned and that she wasn't really slapping niggas, even though she was really slapping people. But she said it was a skit, so we're gonna leave that there. So I don't agree with you if you say if she was slapping people, she should get hit with a brick. That's too much of a harsh reaction to somebody doing a skit if it was a skit. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said.
Hey, listen, I feel you, but I stand by what I said, and I've said in numerous shows. Do not put your hands on anyone or put yourself in a situation ever that you're going to tell someone they went too far to retaliate from. You can't tell someone what is too far to retaliate from.
Exactly. Now, that's facts. I wouldn't teach teach your kid and your daughters especially don't put their hands on nobody because people are taught differently.
And I agree with that. You can ask main event Mace. I say all the time, women should expect to be hit back if you're going to hit a man. I feel that way, and I stand on that. So, I mean, I don't disagree with that.
Well, then how is the man supposed to come to her protection then?
No, I'm saying, no, you're mixing the two.
Okay,
I'm saying
right. My fault.
A woman who hits a man, you should expect an equal reaction. We're talking specifically for women who are rejecting men or who don't put themselves in those situations who are being violated. That is a different situation.
Okay, nah. If obviously a nigga got to be out of his mind just to can't handle rejection. And what type of dude, like, don't you get rejected before? Like, how you gonna kill somebody off of rejection?
All right, hold on.
That's
If we're
crazy.
doing that, then how come? Then where's the same conversation for a woman who gets rejected by a nigga and she fucking kills him, or she goes in his house and breaks his fucking windows
Bring
out?
it to
Or
the
she
platform.
No.
We can
Where's
discuss
that
that too.
shit? Where's that shit? Because women get rejected, and there's a lot of women who are locked up right now for killing their boyfriends because they didn't want to be with them no more. So let's play both sides of the table here. Men get rejected, women kill too. So let's not act like it's just a woman thinking fucked up. Men get it too.
The black women defense, that don't be them most of the time. I ain't gonna lie. That don't be black women. I thought that was the other race of women be doing that.
Bro, go watch Snaps. What are you talking about?
I don't be watching. I don't watch niggas getting killed by their wife. I don't like looking at shit like that. I stay in the positive realm.
Bro, what are you talking about? There was just a chick who just was on trial right now because her boyfriend got murdered by her brother because he supposedly put his hands on her, but it was just he didn't want to be with her. Remember, she was just on trial. We talking about
I'm telling you, I don't be tapped in. I stay away from that.
She was just on trial for that shit. She got her boyfriend killed because he didn't want to be with her no more. So she told her brother wouldn't smoke that nigga because he didn't want to be with her no more. Rejection, she couldn't handle it. She had him killed. Black woman who did that. Since we're bringing up black men,
a football player.
Wait, I can't. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, but real quick,
we don't expect people to care about black men, though, bro.
Facts.
That's all. I don't. Go ahead, Lynn.
I mean, I just want to point out the fact that whenever we're having a conversation and like Mace pointed out, if we can't get one, we'll be like, well, what about this situation? Well, is it not the same thing because we're talking about black women, but the rebuttal is now because we ran out of things to say about the topic or we come to an impasse, the cop says, what's happening to black men too? Is that not the same thing you guys say about black women?
I'm not trying to, we can talk about that on another show. We can talk about that on another show.
Let me carry that. I'll carry that. See, here's what you're missing, Lynn, and I'm glad you said that because I'm never upset about that. My point I've always made is run the tape back. Make it fair for black men and black women. Exactly. So just like you said, are we not doing the same thing? That's my point. Let's do the same thing. But you guys act like it's not the same thing. Like it's just
I don't have a problem with that.
All the black women dying and being killed, and the moment I bring up a black man being killed, you go.
We don't want to talk about that.
You run out of things, use something
well,
else.
because you brought it up in rebuttal, not to be informative. Because if that was your stance, you would have brought that up to be informative. But you brought it up as a well. What about this? That's different.
Because you act like you don't see it. Because you guys don't see the other side of the coin. I just see it all the time.
She's saying you deflecting by bringing that up when we're not talking about that. Though. That's not true. I mean, that's true.
What you guys do, what you're saying is you guys do.
Who is we?
He's saying black women in general.
Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to
just say black women in general. Stop saying you guys, my nigga.
Women in general, they only see one side of the coin, and that's what black men have been trying to get you guys to understand the whole time. You don't see that there's another side of this coin that involves us, and all you guys see is no. It's us, and that's what we say you guys are missing. And when we say that, you go, no, you don't understand what it's like for us. Well, you don't understand what it's like for us. And when we say that, it's that's what I'm saying. It's a fact.
And you're right. I think that's the bigger topic. That just really sheds light on the bigger issue that is the issue between black women and black men and the discord that there is, and that is just it.
Which is why we started this whole podcast, which is called The Black Man Mood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I just feel like we'll get into the other topics on another day.
No, we're not done. No, I'm kidding.
We'll get into that on another day because we just
I love you,
we are talking about black women.
I love you too.
we talking about it's all love on this show. We talking about black women in particular. So and bro, why would we waste our time talking about black? We're gonna get 0 views if I put the title of Black Man Feelings about getting killed by women. Like,
but that's not okay though. It's not.
Yeah, but nobody clicks on that. Nobody cares about how black men feel. They expect us to. And just so you know, too, we don't have like it's the difference between the general black women and general black men is generally black women are all rallying together against men and causes that they are against. Just like how white women are in the feminist movement, Black women have joined that movement, even though the fight was against white men who are marginalizing women, because Black men have never had enough power to marginalize a woman in any fashion. So we are not your enemy here. So that's what the thing is. Black men are not y'all's enemy, Black women. That's why all this energy is coming towards us. Like, we did something to y'all and nothing actually happened. That's why this girl was able to get away with the scam, though, because she knows that she, even just like you said, Black women are actually getting killed and beat up because they're turning niggas down. So this broad used that as a reason to scam Black women's feelings. But I'm saying the difference between male and female right now is we're not rallying together against women. We don't rally up against women and say, hey, let's do this against women and we don't need a woman. It's not guys doing that. It's only women that are saying they don't need men and that they're marginalizing all these things and complaining about men. When we only respond to what women are saying about us is what's really been happening here. I ain't gonna lie. Women went in on us and now they're saying, look at y'all victim shaming. No one's victim shaming. You called me a ain't shit nigga, and I'm not even there in Houston, and we're all ain't shit niggas. So anybody who has an opinion after that is not a victim shamer. They're speaking up against misogyny, whatever y'all want to call that. But so I just think it's a different conversation. But women are on the defense right now, and Black women especially against Black men, and we aren't doing nothing to y'all. And most Black men who think that they have respect from the average Black woman would protect you in a situation. But if think about it like this, if I walked in a store and before I get into a store and a Black woman is outside saying, or a white woman saying, I hate men, fuck men, men ain't shit, men are useless, men can't protect us, men don't protect us for shit, fuck dudes. So then I walk in the store and buy me some Black & Milds or cigarettes or whatever, cigars. Come out the store, she's getting beat up by somebody. Would I help her? Fuck no. I'm not helping her, nigga. I just heard her say we ain't shit. We don't need y'all. You're not protecting us. I'm not helping you. I'm getting in my car and I'm sliding. And normally I would have helped, or normally I would have motherfucking called somebody for you, or called the police, or say, yo, get off her, man. What y'all doing, man? Leave that girl alone. But why would I protect what do not respect me, bro? I'm not protecting that. I'm not putting my life on the line for somebody who don't got no respect for me, bro. Simple as that. But I do love Black women, and I will protect y'all if you're getting something happening to you right in front of me. Unless my wife say, nah, come home. I'm going home, B. So yeah, we sliding, man. Let's get on to the next joint.
Crossed the line when he left his wife at the airport. The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away.
First of all, he was going to visit his daughter. So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. So there was just a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time, like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
I'll go. I would have left her too, because we're not about to waste 2 airline tickets. The fare is high. Like, Starbucks was that serious, she could sit there and enjoy that latte, because I would have been on the flight too, period.
Yeah.
Why is there even an argument though? Like,
yeah,
the man told you you don't have time, but it just sounds like she didn't have no respect for dude, because she was like, I'm gonna just go anyway. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't have left my wife, because she wouldn't have went and got no damn Starbucks. So, but if my wife wanted to go get some Starbucks, bro, I would have called her one last time and said, look, they're boarding the plane, like, so you better come on. And then, yeah, I'm going to see my son, and then she gonna hop on the next flight, and I'll see her in 2 hours or whatever the fuck.
You know what? I think that it sounds, from the outside looking in, it sounds like this could have been a case where the wife was doing these kind of things on purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's not her daughter. And, it's a sense of priority or a sense of, you know, am I important enough for you to miss this flight and we catch it again? She already overslept and missed one flight. Now you trying to go somewhere with 15 minutes to board the plane. Like, it just kind of seems like you're doing these things, attention seeking, maybe. You know, I don't know what directly to call it, but you know, with that not being her biological daughter, I could see, you know, the stepmom pulling a move like that. You know what I mean? But the brother did the right thing. I would have got on the flight as well and went and see my daughter. Like, we're not about to, like Lynn said, fair is high. And we're not about to sit here and keep wasting flights, missing flights, wasting money. And no, you have to
probably have one weekend with her or something like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, catch a later flight or stay there until I can come back, you know?
Right. But the kids come first for sure.
Oh, for sure.
How you feel, Mace?
That's why it's a topic, because we're in a society right now, unfortunately, like you just said, mixed kids come first. But when you're in a situation where entitlement or women, not specifically to certain women in that situation, she probably has felt like, you know what I'm saying, that isn't my daughter. I'm your wife. You're married to me. And I'm sure she might have a thing about, like, well, he's going to see his daughter who's with his baby mama or his ex-girl. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, what he said, in a sense, that's going to pull that. So it's a topic because it starts to come back to what's more important to you, your wife or your kids. And that should have never been a topic, but then that's a deeper rooted issue, because then that double downs and goes back to, this is why you're supposed to have a child needs a mother and a father together in the same home. That's why. And this is what happens when you divide that. You get topics like this. And it's a mixture of, I understand women going, well, he left his wife, they could just caught another flight. But the problem is, that shouldn't have even been a topic in the first place. So Buddy's not wrong for getting out there to see his daughter, because that is his daughter. That is where he's supposed to be. And any woman who doesn't respect that, my guy, never mind leaving her at the airport, just don't come back to her in the first place. When you get home, make sure that's the last time she ever had to pack a bag, is to leave your house.
Talk about it. All right, let's slide to the next topic, man.
You can say on the internet that somebody can't make negative, and there's also nothing you can say on the internet that somebody can then put words in your mouth and say something you did not say. For example, this lady posted this reel and she said, ignoring everyone who says it better be a boy this time and just praying for a healthy baby, which is, you know, gender reveal, this and that. I just want a healthy baby. Somebody responded and said, mom of an unhealthy kid here to say that those babies are equally valuable and worthy of love. She didn't say they weren't. She didn't say that unhealthy kids aren't, you know, worthy of love. All she said is, I'm praying for a healthy baby. Somebody else said, whatever healthy means, if it's not healthy, then your prayers won't be answered. How is ableism different from being sex selective? So you can't pray for a healthy baby no more? You can't wish for help? You can't even want help? You can't wish for it? So she said to the first lady, sending you guys so much love. And another person responded, not sure what you mean by sending her love when you just insulted her child for not being healthy. But she didn't, though. She didn't insult her child for not being healthy. All she said is, I'm praying for a healthy baby for myself. And you done told her that she won't love an unhealthy baby. You done said she insulted a woman's baby that she don't know. We don't need the internet. We definitely don't need comments, because people will say you said anything. One time, Mel Mitch tweeted, food be good. Food be so good. And somebody responded, not all. But yeah, though. There's
all right. We can make this quick, man. Get your shit off, man. How you feel, SUEDE?
I mean,
not allowed to talk no more, man.
Niggas is weird nowadays, bro. Like, it's always been the same to say, you know, I don't care what the gender is. I just want a healthy baby. Bro, when has that been a crime? Like, people will just dig too deep into shit that's not necessary to be dug deep into. Like, you know, motherfuckers just want to comment. You know, a lot of people just live behind the computer.
They got nothing else to do. Like, we're just
don't got nothing to do but just comment on some shit. That shit, like, what?
Yeah, like,
like, bro, what?
And
what?
you started off telling your business. She said, as a mother of an unhealthy baby, bro, nobody need to know that, bro. Nobody asked you if your child was unhealthy. She just said her baby, she wanted to be healthy. But you literally she made her pregnancy about her. That's tough.
Right.
It's like, I'm holding your baby.
Shit, crazy.
How you feel, Mace?
Man, I'll make this short and sweet.
Yeah, let's get past this, man.
This is why this is why a lot of the time we just need to burn the internet down. Let's make that clear. But just to be clear about this, and I can speak to this because I have family members like this. Anybody who knows, if you ever cared for a child who has Down syndrome, then you would know why they would pray for a healthy baby. So for you to say anything other than that, you're ignorant, because it doesn't mean you don't love your child, but the amount of pain that they're in, the unable ability to understand them, children who are on the spectrum, who can't speak, people who have delays, developmental delays, kids who can't walk, unfortunately cerebral palsy, it's real. So seeing the pain that they're in through their whole lives, or being able to talk to a child who doesn't understand what you're saying or talk back because they have a delay. If you think for some reason praying for your child not to have that makes you not love them, you're a fucking nincompoop. You should kill yourself, because there's nothing wrong with praying with a healthy baby. Go look at any parent who's changed their whole life, had to quit their job, had to stay home and take care of a child who cannot speak, read, write, talk, and they're just, of course, they're special ed. They're going to pray all the time that their baby is healthy, because they don't wish that upon anyone, and they will always tell you that. They'll say, I love my baby, I love my child, but I don't wish this upon anybody. It's a life-changing thing to have to change your whole life to take care of a child who was born unhealthy. Idiot.
Yeah, it's ignorant, because that was the only thing I was wishing for with all my kids being born, is just be healthy. Please be healthy. Please be healthy. Like,
You be saying that shit, man. You be saying that shit.
Crazy.
You be saying that shit.
How you feel, Lynn?
I mean, I agree. There's nothing wrong with praying for a healthy child. I mean, I know people personally who have children with Down syndrome or autism, and it's mentally taxing for them. Like, it's not like oh, I'm going to parent them until they're 18. You are forever a caregiver given the severity of that disability. So I don't think there's anything wrong with praying for a healthy child.
Yeah, kids cerebral palsy gotta eat through tubes and stuff like that through their stomachs.
Right.
That sometimes, bro, like, you don't know the type of care that them people gotta go through. And if you do, then yes, you should be more understanding and empathetic for someone to have a healthy child, because you shouldn't want them to go through what you went through. Sound like you want her to go through what you're going through. Let her have a healthy baby. Goddamn.
Yeah.
People be hating, man. You're hating on the unborn baby. What's wrong with y'all niggas?
All right.
Next topic, man.
We see beauty in a woman, in a face, but when they open their mouth, it changes the way we look at you. It don't matter how pretty you are. We'll still look at you with a whole different set of eyes. And then you'll see another sister that may not appear in some cases to look as pretty as this sister, but she fine. Because when she opened her mouth and the way she conducts herself, she's not up in dudes' faces. That's the ones we're looking at. The ones that's not up in dudes' faces trying to put on a show, those are the ones, the real men are like, that's the one you bag right there. Them other ones, nah, you just good, you eye candy, whatever. That's it. Men will use you for a sperm receptacle. I'm telling you how men are. So don't try to win us with that, because I'm telling you that's not what's going to get us. You might get us, but you won't hold us. You will not hold us like that. That stuff wears off for us. Let me tell you something.
Oh, gee, speaking facts.
Yeah.
I ain't hear not one lie. Speaking facts, my G.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I call them fun girls. We put them in categories. Either you're a fun girl or you could be potentially wifey material. But if a nigga already looking at you like, I just want the draws, and y'all not gonna know if a nigga just want the draws, because we can't just say it. You know what I'm saying? So nigga gotta play the role and act like he might want something other than the draws. But that's why if you get it, some girls, some situations, if you get a draws up too early, a nigga will be he's off you at that point, because that's really what he wanted. And he just said all the right shit to get it. So you gotta have the discernment as a woman to know, what type of nigga you're dealing with. But like I said this on the show before, we put women in categories, and that's what it's stated. Is that we look at certain women like this, it's based on how you move. The looks is, everybody wants to be aesthetically attracted to their mate. So, that's half the battle. But that's gonna get you, like you said. But to keep you, it gotta be all the other shit. So how y'all feel, my G? Is it fact?
Man, true words have never been spoken about it, my G. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, looks fade. You know what I'm saying? They do. All that fades away, but what you got between your ears and how I respect you and how I know you is what matters. So you know what I'm saying? Men will, like you said, they'll give you the meat. They'll do all that stuff because they're trying to get to a certain goal. But any man, once you see just past a certain point, it's gonna be deeper than that. So I know it's a kind of a slippery, scary slope for females to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to on the first date. I do, but it's better to play safe and caution, not throw it out too soon, and at least that respect than thinking I'm just going to move too fast. So it's about pacing, man, and be smart about it. But always have yourself together inside, because that outside goes away.
Back smashing on the first date. I don't know how many successful relationships or marriages have occurred based upon one night stands. I know people get married after one night stands, but I need the 5-year update, 10-year updates and shit. How you feel? Like
I can't really speak to the whole category thing or how men group women. I mean, because I'm not a man, so I mean, if that's how you guys operate, that's how you operate. I was gonna turn this into a bigger conversation, but I'm not gonna do it. I mean, if y'all saying that what you're saying is facts, is facts.
Nah, I want you to tell the truth, man. It's how you really feel.
I mean, I if we're gonna be completely honest here, this is, you know, I'm sure this conversation will go left with with some people on this panel. But I did catch in the video that he said sisters. So to me, he's talking to Black women, correct? Or am I wrong? Am I off base here? Because he said sisters.
Women, period. But
that's not what he said.
Definitely, he looked like he's a Israelite, so he don't care about nothing.
He's talking about OG. Oh, okay.
So yeah, we talking about Black women. So say what you got to say so we can go left.
I mean, I just feel like that is a true statement that yes, men look, depending on how a woman presents herself or how she comes off, like, and he referenced sisters. So I'm assuming that he is referring to Black women. I do think that there is a standard that we have to meet. If we're loud, we're deemed this. If we're too quiet, we're deemed this. Where I think, as I won't name specific races, but I feel like there are other races who can get away with things that you guys will say are downfalls for Black women, but you guys will call other races who exhibit the same behaviors, oh, they're spicy. It's just who they are. It's appealing to me. But when we do it anger, when we do it as anger, when they do it as sexy, they're assertive. It's the truth.
Talk about it.
I mean, I'll put a label. I'll put a label on it. Latinas can act the same way as a Black woman, and they will be deemed that they're just spicy. That's just the way Mexican women operate. They can operate, but if we do it, we're angry.
But in a Latino home, their daughters are also raised up to take care of their men, and you know what I'm saying. As to in the Black household, the women are taught to be independent, so it's a difference.
That's true.
It is a difference. The
mothers, Lynn, teach differently in the two cultures. Is that not true for the most part?
I gotta.
Hold on, let Lynn answer real quick.
No,
is it not true that in the mothers from the Black culture in general?
No, let me go. No, I gotta jump there. I gotta jump
answer my question.
And this is gonna sound.
I'm just, you know,
I'm on Lynn. I gotta rock with Lynn on this one for this reason specifically. That is that's a false statement, my boy. I'm sorry, because it changed as time. And I'm gonna be real with you.
Both of y'all dated Hispanic women, bro.
No, listen.
We all got experience.
Listen, I got you. I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna sound like some deep shit, but it's true, okay? It wasn't always that way, bro. Black women were taught and brought up to raise to take care of their men. What happened is in the 80s when the crack epidemic hit and they separated the men from the household, they had to let these women learn how to grow to be independent and rely on the white man to give them the resources to survive while they locked up us Black men. So let me be clear about this. That's not true, which is why our grandmothers had to learn how to get their wisdom and enough from their mothers. Big Mama, remember that? Big Annie, they did do that. That's not true, bro. Mexican women were brought up that way because their culture stands that way. However, Black people were divided. So since we were divided, our women were forced to learn how to take care of themselves, and we've been divided since. But I'm not going to let you say that in the Latino culture they don't, because I have Black family members who still live in Mississippi, who my auntie still makes her husband's plate first. Who my cousin, who was raised up under my auntie, she still does make her husband plate first. She still cooks. She still cooks.
All right,
she stays
so
home.
but
So it's not a Mexican thing, bro. It's a culture thing because we're divided by African American.
It don't matter
by
how it
Caucasians.
happened, bro. It don't matter how it happened. It happened. We here now. So I don't care how it happened, bro. If it happened 10 years ago, or if it happened 20 years ago, or if it happened in the 80s and 70s, we here now. So as far as our time in our generation, in our dating pool, this is what we speaking on. I don't care when it happened.
And I don't know not one nigga that said they like their woman to be aggressive and whatever you call spicy. Is that aggression from a woman? Because that's not by no man.
That's what they say about Masculine women. They're
Who
spicy.
likes that? B? Who likes that? B?
Maybe that's not your specific experience, but that's a damn lie. And I'm gonna say that blatant. That's a blatant lie, because there are a lot of men who will get with women who have the same temperament as what you call that Black women have, that you guys deem as negative in a negative light, but you guys will highlight it if it's with a woman who's not Black. It's the truth.
I'm telling you right now that the niggas who saying that's their preference. Listen, I'm telling you right now, the niggas who saying that's their preference of woman is to have that type of woman. So yeah, they making excuses for, just like when Black women go date white men and they say, I don't gotta deal with this, I don't gotta deal with that. That don't mean every Black man is whatever the fuck. So I'm saying them dudes is really, you don't like no man like aggression. They just willing to deal with aggression from a Latina or a white woman as opposed to the Black woman. And just like some other Black women what might deal with a man from another culture being just like a Black dude, but he's not a Black dude. So, or you deal with a woman who's a stud who acts like she's a dude, but niggas ain't shit. So I'm just saying there's a lot of fucking contradictory shit that be happening here. But go ahead, get your thoughts off.
As far as what OG was saying, I feel the same way. You know, you're not gonna want the female that's loud and, you know, she done spun the block with you and your partners a couple of times. Like, that ain't the one. You know, the female that's a little more conservative, that doesn't have too much to say, to where you have to be inquisitive about her. You know, that's the one that you want to you know, go after. So I agree with him. He was, you know, like
So
you said,
so let me get this straight. It's you prefer a woman who doesn't have much to say, even if what she's saying is valid, or you just prefer a woman who's just quiet? Because I'm confused.
Well, we didn't specify what we were talking about. I'm just saying in general, you know, when we're out on the scene, the female that's out and loud and rambunctious and causing the scene and getting all the attention on her, that ain't the one. So the one that's a little bit more reserved, that's laid back, that's really not saying too much, saying enough but not too much.
So he means, you know, outside of a relationship, not inside of a relationship necessarily.
Right.
That's what we just talk about.
Right.
Because it's different if you conservative. Because if you for the streets acting in public, you know, that's one thing. And then being a conservative, or you for the streets acting in private, that's a whole nother thing. So yeah, so I don't think he's saying that.
I feel that, I see that, but at the same time, and I'm being honest with you. And the problem with that statement right there is, I'm being stacked with you. All the niggas are gonna gravitate to the one that's saying he don't want. Let's be clear. We can say we want. Pay back that ass up in the club right now, bro, and let's see how many conservative women get attention.
Exactly.
But everybody like back that ass up. I mean, shit, even the one
that try to get their dick rubbed on.
What
they look for no relationship.
No, I'm not saying for a relationship. But what I'm saying is, as men, and you don't got to, but I'll take this because I'm a nigga and I'll be honest with you. We need to stop glorifying that shit, then maybe they'll start going away, because we're the ones who are making them think that's the cute shit. If we stop feeding into that shit and be like, yo, so that shit is bum, get the fuck away from us, that'll even the playing field. But when we sit there and say we don't want no ratchet bitch, but then you turn on the TV and every single nigga is trying to fuck the ratchet bitch, it makes us look like we capping.
That's niggas trying to fuck the ratchet bitches, but in real life, how many ratchet bitches are niggas' wives? Like, that's not
a lot.
Niggas.
I'm just saying, bro. A lot.
I'm talking about majority. Again, we're talking about majority. The majority is niggas is don't want the bitch that's for the streets. Like, yeah, so yes,
But
niggas. Most niggas don't marry strippers, Mace.
All right, cool. But what's crazy though is them the niggas that we having babies with though.
Who you saying? Who
I mean, let's be a stack, my nigga. Let's be a stack. Like that's the bitches they having babies with, my nigga. You can't
Who you
say
talking
that.
about?
So is your seed not that important to you?
The majority. He's talking about the majority.
Now she ain't shit. Was she never shit the whole time? Or what? Come on, bro. We gotta be a. We gotta.
If you fucking strippers and bitches that act like they for the street, that's on you, bro.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake.
But Meeks, you just said that that's what men do. Y'all spin the block with these type of women because you put them in categories because they're your fun girls. But the problem is your fun girls are the ones that but it ain't happening. It's the fun girls that these men are cohabitating with, having babies with, and when they're done having fun, when they're done having fun, then they want to spin the block and have a conservative woman to wife up after you've had your fun and spun the block with the same women that you say you don't like. That's cap.
If you dating a stripper, or if you're in a romantic relationship with a woman who has a promiscuous occupation, or she acts promiscuous all the time, you a dumbass.
Yeah,
now, I'm not gonna act like every woman I ever dated was conservative, but I thought they was, or I was looking for them to be. Now, some women, just like dudes, are wolves in sheep clothing. So, you know, and they know how to hide they hoe shit, or they promiscuity, whatever the fucking word is. They hide that shit and act like they're conservative. So I'm telling you, for me, most men would like a conservative woman who's not acting like that and doing the most. And yes, some niggas, I can't speak for no nigga that's knowingly dating a stripper. Drake and all these niggas made it cool to date strippers, and T-Pain and all that shit. It's the music making y'all niggas think that women that are strippers and shit, and no disrespect to the stripper girls. I love y'all too, man.
Yeah, we
no
definitely
disrespect.
love the strippers.
I'm just saying, a conservative male who, like y'all talk about, a man who go to work and shit like that, does it make sense for him to date a stripper? No, it's a recipe for disaster. So a nigga who gets somebody pregnant who is clearly for the streets, I don't feel bad for you, my nigga. That's on you.
I don't either, and that's, bro, you got to know better. And
if you were in dating the fun girl, I never acted like it was cool. I'm telling you what niggas do. And fun girls is, like I said, fun girls. You're not supposed to be in a relationship. You're supposed to be on some get what I came for and get the fuck out shit. That's what it was supposed to be about. So, but hey, man, niggas is wifing these girls who was supposed to be for the streets, or wifing these girls are swingers, or they're bisexual, and y'all wifing them. Congratulations, man. Y'all go ahead and do that. Let me know how it works. Let me know.
For sure.
So, you know, I see OG, and I do agree with y'all. I can see both sides with the Hispanic and black culture shit. There is Hispanic girls that are as aggressive or more aggressive than black women, just like there's more aggressive white women than there are black women. So it's about the type of person. It's not about whether they black or white. And that's the culture that we in and the times that we're in. Most women are being raised, males and women are being raised in single mother household, not single father homes, single mother homes. So what's happening? The results of that are never put back on what type of environment they came from. It's always about, you know, you brought up the culture and all that shit. People are being influenced by culture, but they also got one parent in the house. And that one parent is not what it is, bro. Whether it's Mexican, black, white, one parent ain't gonna do it, male or female. It's gonna fuck the kid up, bro. And they gonna be out here being for the streets for the most part, or for the jail. That's what happens.
Yeah.
We can slide over that. All right, let's get to this last topic, man. We get up out of here. This joint pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie.
Do something! Get the up and do something! I'll blow your like some shambles! You got me up!
Shut the door, bro.
Real talk. You wanna be a gangster? Let's do some gangster shit. Let's go, get up! Let's go! I wanna blow your out so bad you a pussy. You a you might.
I never told no one.
Go call your mom and tell her that. Come on, get up.
Coach, no.
Get the up. I'll rock your ass to sleep. You got me up. You didn't say that? Huh? You didn't say that? Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my life. Go. Pussy ass bitch. You got me up.
Cause it's the old 552, I don't know how.
You want to be a gangster until it's time to do gangster shit. I like this shit. I'm cut like that. I'm cut like that.
You like that, coach?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh, I don't know where it might have been.
You want to put words in my mouth?
I didn't say nothing.
Then go out there and confront them. What?
Yo, man. Suede, I'll let you start off with this joint. Before you get into it, though, I just want to say that this is why children need they fathers, bro. This is why, especially boys in this case, need their dads, because all that energy that white man just had, he would have been wondering where the fuck he was at, because I would have knocked his ass the fuck out in front of all them kids, so you can let them all know that this man is not allowed to talk to y'all like that. But how you feel, Suede? Go ahead, man. We'll get the shit off.
It started to anger me, you know what I mean, to see that's a high school, so it's a child, you know what I'm saying? You got a grown man talking to a child like that.
I think it's a college though.
It's a college, little.
Oh, okay. He's still a child.
College, one of them joints. I don't know. Regardless, bro, them ain't no grown men.
Yeah, you know, it's just
yeah, that
was a little excessive, bro. Not even a little, that was way excessive. And so you're right, you know, it is imperative that, you know, the sons have their fathers for this reason, you know, amongst many other reasons, but for this reason as well. Like, you know, an active father, there's no way that a coach would talk to somebody, because he knows we have to deal with the repercussions of the father. So I think he's one, taking advantage of a situation, and then two, you know, he's taking the situation overboard. And it was just
that boy don't got no protection. Go ahead.
Right. You know, it's sad to see that. And then the thing in my mind was, shit, if that was me and my partners in my coach was talking to us like that, we would have jumped his ass.
On God. Yeah,
I'm thinking to myself, like, nigga that's recording, bro. Like, nigga, you thinking about getting ready to jump on this nigga? Because it sounded like the coach was ready to take off. Like, nigga, he
might have a gun or something. You know, they probably thought he might have shot them or something. You know, they did the right thing, honestly, bro. But you ain't lying. In our era, it would have been up for that.
Bruh, that's crazy.
It would have been up for him. He ain't talk. He wouldn't. Ain't no man talking to me like that.
Hell no.
I can't think back to the age where I was letting people talk to me like that, bro.
Nah, bro.
It wasn't happening. Man, I don't give a fuck how old you is, nigga. You're not talking to me like that. I fought a grown ass man when I was in high school and whooped his ass, and was a white man too, doing that type of shit. So,
yeah, nah, just bad situation. He needs to lose his job for that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, just a bad situation, bad look.
How you feel, Lynn?
I mean, it angered me to even watch it. I mean, I don't feel like that's the first time that it happened, just because they were just so passive about it. Like, it's just something that he does, like, on a norm. And if it is, it's just even more disgusting. And like you said, it just seems like if he knew that there were father figures, not saying that there isn't, because we really don't know, but I think that he would be less inclined to be talking to someone else's children like that, because fathers would be present to check and address that situation. Like, no grown man should be talking to anybody's children like that. And you're supposed to be in a leadership role, like a role model, a coach, and that's how you're speaking to them. It's just, it's disgusting.
Yeah, and I know for a fact as a coach too, that before these kids get to college and shit like that, obviously that coach knows everybody's parents, or who's got parents, who doesn't have parents, who has a dad, who has a mom. They know. So he knows exactly who to talk to like that, and who to let slide on certain shit. That's how you feel, bro.
Man,
I was pissed off too. I couldn't even. The first time I didn't even watch all the way through. I just sent it to y'all. I was like, "This is."
You know what's crazy? He said something in that video that really let me know what it was. See, he said, I'm cut like that. No, the fuck you not.
Not even
You're not
close.
cut like that. Because if you was cut like that, you wouldn't talk to no kid like that. You was cut like that, you would have called his dad. You would have called his mom. You'd have slid that. You ain't cut like that because you're talking to a little kid. That's how you know you're not.
You ain't cut like that because he don't even know what cut like that is. That's our lingo. You just made that.
Anybody who would stand over a kid talking like that ain't
You're a
cut
bitch.
like that. You ain't cut. Because if you was cut like that, you wouldn't have had to make those statements to make them respect you or be afraid of you. If you was cut like that, you would just stood in front of them and be like, "What'd you say?" And that's the end of that. You're not cut like that. You pussy. And you fully pussy. So you got to make idle threats. I'll rock you to sleep. Shut the fuck up. You're not built like that. You built like that because you can beat them up because you're bigger than him. All that bullshit. But make no mistake, you is not cut like that. You ain't never been cut like that. You a pussy. You got a complex where you short and you think you bad because you stand over a bunch of motherfuckers man, that shit pissed me off. Like I couldn't pull it together. I couldn't pull it together to know that was my in that situation, bro. That's on. And I ain't even funny. Where's the folding chairs at? Where's the folding chairs at right now for this nigga? Like they should be at the college with the white folding chair right now.
Yes.
Like, bro, and I don't know. And this is gonna say I don't give a fuck. This is the black man move. I'll say this. I have a problem with a white man standing over a fucking black man like that, especially a kid. He's a fucking kid. And you're a grown-ass 50-something-year-old black man standing over a fucking 17, 18-year-old kid talking like that, you pussy. Like, because you know you wouldn't stand over no grown man like that and talk like that because you know where that leads you. You'd be picking your shit up off the floor. So, piss on that dude, bro. Whatever. That nigga. Murray.
All right, man, let's leave it there, man. We got some more shit to say, but we're gonna leave it there, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. We told y'all we getting lit up here at the Black Man Move, man. We appreciate y'all. Everybody who's watching and streaming, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit the share button if you rock with us, man. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And we out of here, bro. We appreciate y'all. Salute.
Fuck you, man.
J-MEEKS.
Fuck you, man.
Pushing P, nigga, look at me. I got all these niggas shook at me. Sacrifices what it took for me. Talk loosely, man, it's raw sushi. Ain't nobody ever fucking cooking me. Swear to God, you niggas all goofy. Why the fuck you even talk to me? They can never steal the sauce from me. Paid the cost to be the boss, homie. Now I got a bunch of lost homies. Should've known that they was false, homies. I would never take a loss, homie. I won't let another nigga disrespect me. I'ma have to put the pause on it. Wanna nail me to a cross, homie. Nah, pussy nigga, kill me first. They all fake, man, it really hurt. Our relationship is really dirt. 6 feet to be exact. Bitch speak to me with tact. This beat could be a slap. Still tipping and I'm Will Smithing. Don't make me pull a real Smithing. Need a toilet, this is real shit. When I rap, this shit is real different. Authentic to the GMO. You gon' have to know the real difference. Dre 5 and he still spitting. Ever since I was a jit, niggas knew I was legit. Ever since I ever touched a beat, niggas knew I was a hit. Ain't soft spoken, this is God spoken. I'm a killer, but my heart potent. We need healing cause we all broken. Fuck your feelings, man, God chose them. I'm so cold, man, my heart frozen. No Timberland, nigga, fuck you mean. Spot permanent, nigga, just for me. You soft and nice, so how the fuck you mean? Got a question, you can't trust the bleed. Cause they the type to say fuck your seed. Don't make me catch niggas up to speed. I'm the reason you still fucking breathe. Told niggas not to fuck with me. Yeah, I told niggas not to fuck with me.